So what are some common breathing mistakes? What are the mistakes that we're seeing over and over and over again? And what I find is that almost nobody breathes correctly. I saw a meme on Instagram like 2 days ago, and they were talking about like they saw something new, and they made a sarcastic comment saying, "Well, I probably don't even, now that I see this, I probably don't even breathe right for all I know." And my response was, "Yeah, you probably don't," and that's because there's a lot of misconceptions about what breathing is all about, and just naturally, it's very easy for us to get away from quality breathing, like we saw with the diaphragm and the diaphragm. The diaphragm diagram was that this is very asymmetrical by nature, so it's really easy for us to favor our right side during respiration. That's a really easy thing for us to do. So if we're not cognizant of it, if we're not actively trying to push ourselves in the right direction, more likely than not, we will be making some breathing mistakes. And because we're all set up pretty much the same, a lot of us make very similar mistakes. So what are some of the common breathing mistakes that are out there? First of all is belly breathing, and this is the picture that we're looking at right now. And belly breathing is almost there. They didn't quite get the entire scope. Now, obviously, one of the things that everybody talks about is we don't want to breathe up into our chest, and we don't want our rib cage being elevated. And one of the early things that we learn in strength and conditioning and fitness is that the neck can be accessory respiratory muscles, which when you inhale, they pull up, and your neck gets really tight because we breathe 20,000 times a day. And over the course of many years, our neck gets very tight, and it becomes routined in the breathing pattern. So the logical step is to not use your neck to breathe in. So what then happens is then they ask you to breathe down into your belly. And what that ultimately creates is that creates a stiff rib cage. That creates lax abdominals. And what we need are